What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be breaking down the electric guitar parts for You Are the Lord by Passion 2021. Now, today I'm going to be playing through the Helix patches that I created for the Pod Go, Helix, HX Stomp, and HX Effects. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of a demo, but mainly this video is going to be the electric guitar parts to help you learn it so that you can apply it in your church or at home practicing. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so for this song, if you were coming from the other tutorial, Breakthrough Miracle Power, we're now in You Are the Lord, and we are actually playing in the key of A instead of A flat. So basically, a lot of the guitar parts that I'm hearing, the guitar player is capoed 2 and playing in G shape. So basically, if you're coming from that tutorial, just move your capo up 1 fret and you're good to go. So regarding this song, it's pretty laid back when you compare it to Breakthrough Miracle Power, the other song by Passion. And a lot of the guitar parts don't really fully come in until halfway through the song, it's kind of cool because it really crescendos the song and builds the song even more, just because there's not a whole lot going on for the guitar in that kind of that first half. So there's a lot of like swelly stuff that happens, but it sounds like this. So that is just the swell snapshot that I have for that. That'll really kind of carry through the ambient parts of the song. But the real first guitar part that comes in is in verse 2. So in verse 2, that part sounds like this. It's pretty straightforward. It's all downstrokes in the right hand, and it's mainly the D string and the G string the whole way through. So actually, I'm going to call all these frets by the original nut numbers and not the new capo number. So when I put my finger here, this is technically still the 4th fret. So I'm going to call it that. So the 4th fret. First finger on the G string and open D string. So then what you're going to do is you're going to add your ring finger to the 6th fret G string. So it's like, I think of it 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sounds like that. So then you add that part after you do that first part. So then he adds this ring finger on what would be the 4th scale degree. So then in the chorus, there are 3 different parts you can choose from, and I'm going to go over that main part. So that main part sounds like this. A lot of distortion, a lot of effects to really, draw that sound out and make it sound nasty. So this is just going to be a 5 chord. So it's going to be an A5. So it's not involving the 3rd note. So it's going to be first finger on the 7th fret D string, ring finger on the 9th fret G string, and pinky on the 10th fret B string. And then it's an up-down kind of thing. So what I'm doing is I'm using my middle finger to mute all of these other strings so I can really dig in. I'm really hitting all the strings at once when I strum. But because my middle finger is there, I'm able to mute. And I'm also able to use my hand to mute the high E string. So only those 3 notes ring out. Now there's a unison bend. So what happens is on your first finger, you're going to play the 9th fret high E string. That's the note that you're trying to hit. And then you put your ring finger, and I put my middle finger behind it to really give it support so you can get that nice bend. So what you're going to do is a whole step bend on the B string from the 12th fret. And you're going to add your first finger on the 9th fret. So this is your target pitch. And you want to kind of slowly, you can drag it out if you want. You can kind of milk it. But it's that tension that makes it really cool. That's kind of your target pitch right there. So then once you add all the effects and stuff, it's going to sound really cool. So then you're going to keep your pitch up there. And then that second half is going to sound like this. So then at some point you're going to add your pinky to the high E string on the 12th fret. Then you're going to allow it to bend down. So basically your first finger doesn't matter anymore as soon as you put your pinky on the 12th fret. So really there are two guitars that come in and really punch in that chord. So don't feel like you need to hit that. So like what I do is I go, and you can also strum that too. Like that to really punch it through. Okay, after that, that's just not barring, that's just playing the B string 12th fret and E string 12th fret. And then slide down from the 10th fret, B string down to the 9th fret. Now you're gonna bar the 9th fret, G string and B string. Hammer on to the 10th fret with your middle finger. Then play G string, 9th fret, first finger, and slide up to the 11th fret. And then you're going to play this chord. This is actually a D minor shape that you would normally play down here. But you're moving it up here, and that's becoming your 2 chord, which is your B minor. Okay, that's your chord right there. Triad, and then down to your A major triad, which is here. It's just like your D chord. But you're sliding up to where your your ring finger is on the 10th fret. So then what you're going to do after you play this chord, your B minor, your A, you're going to play your E chord. So what you're going to do is you're going to play your pinky on the 12th fret B string and bar the 9th fret D string, G string, and B string. Doesn't really matter because you're adding your finger here. That's what you want it to sound like. You can even bar your pinky on the 12th fret and add your high E string. So I'm going to play that with effects so you get an idea. And then what you're going to do is when you get to the tags of the song, you're just going to repeat that part. Just those 3 chords. So there's another part that you can play for the chorus, and that functions more of like a rhythm part. So I'm going to walk you through that part just because it's kind of a long part. So it really just follows the chord progression of the chord chart. But there is a certain way that you play it that I'm going to show you. So it's all downstrokes, and it's a muting pattern. So that basically means you're muting the strings with your hand, if you don't know what that means. So then whenever you play, your strings are not going to ring out. So I'm going to go over the chord shapes real quick, and then at the end I'm going to play it all the way through because it's kind of a long part. It's the whole progression. That first shape is this. This is your A chord. This is your 1 and your 3rd note of the scale. Middle finger, 12th fret A string, 1st finger, 11th fret D string. Okay. 2nd chord is your E chord. Same shape, shift it down to where your middle finger is on the 7th fret A string. Then you're going to shift it up to where it's a little bit different shape. So then you're going to shift it up. This is your F sharp minor chord to where your ring finger is on the 9th fret and your 1st finger is on the 7th fret D string. And then you're going to shift up, take that same minor shape, move it up to where your ring finger is on the 14th fret A string. And then shift it down to your A major chord. And then after that, you're going to go to your E chord. And then you're going to be playing all downstrokes, and it's going to be this rhythm. So I'm going to play that for you. And then when you go to the tags, you just repeat this same chord progression. And then those are the tags. So I've got another rhythm part for you. And this is that last chorus. So like, let's say you were playing this for maybe one of the earlier choruses. The last chorus, this is kind of what you would play. So this part is just an octave thing. So if you don't know what those are, that's an octave. 12th fret, 1st finger, and the pinky of the 14th fret G string. That's your A chord. And it's the same strumming pattern as, but instead it's open and it's octaves. Shift it all the way down to the 7th fret. It's the same fret starting points as your other chords that we just went over with the muted technique, but instead it's octaves. So the next part we have is the bridge, and it sounds like this. So it's a pretty standard root 5 bar chord, and if you don't know what a root 5 is, that means the root is on the 5th string. So this is going to be your just a major D chord, D major chord. And I'm barring the 7th fret, D, G, and B string, adding my 1st finger on the 5th fret, A string. So then all these chords have the same kind of theme, so it's up, down. This is your F sharp minor 7 chord. Also root 5. So it's going to be 1st finger, barring the 9th fret, adding ring finger to the 11th fret D string, and then adding 1st finger to the 10th fret B string. Don't play your low E string. And that's your E chord. Same shape as your D chord. So So then basically you just follow the chord progression that is on your chord chart. But those are the chord shapes that you're going to need in order to play that part specifically. Okay, so the second guitar part for the bridge actually is a continuation of what you were playing in the chorus, this part right here. Same rhythm, same shapes, but it's going to be your bridge chord progression and not your chorus chord progression. So you're going to start on the D chord. 5th fret A string, 4th fret D string. To your F sharp minor. To your E chord. So then getting out of the bridge, you're going to just slide up to that same part you were playing for the chorus. So the last part you're probably waiting for is the lead part for the bridge. And so that has like an octaver on it, has a lot of reverb, and that's kind of like the most prominent part of the bridge as far as what the guitar parts are doing. Here's what it looks like and sounds like. So I'm actually going to change up the way that I play that part. I actually played it with the way that I really like to play, and it's usually for only like quick passages or quick licks because it's not really sustainable because I actually run out of steam really quickly if I do that method. So that method is this. I use my thumb and it's almost like pinching. So I kind of like pinch around the notes that I want to use. So you run out of steam really fast doing that. So I would recommend using more of your wrist, because there are a couple of different ways that you can play fast. So the way I played it was this. Which is fine. It's just, for me, I run out of steam really fast. So I'm going to change it up how I play it. So I'm going to use my wrist more instead. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening up on the pick, using my wrist to get that action, and I have a lot more strength in my wrist than I do in like just 2 fingers. Bury it in reverb and delay, and you'll be good. As far as the notes, we're going to start on the 6th, which is the F sharp. So then we're going to do a walk down. So we're going to start at the 14th fret G string, 13. And by the way, this is all on the G string. There's an F sharp again. E, 9th fret. Down to your 3rd note of your A major scale. And then you're going to jump back up to your 5th note, which is your E. So that's kind of the gist of the part. So I'm going to play it, and you can see without effects what it sounds like. And so actually on the second half of the very end of the bridge, he changes it up. Jumps back up to the 14th fret. To the 16th fret. Down to the 13th fret. So I'm going to play that part again. Back into the chorus for that last chorus of the song. So I'm going to throw some effects on it and show you what I'm talking about. So if you made it this far through the video, thank you so much for watching. Regarding the guitar chords, we're playing basically in the key of G. We're capo 2, and we're playing G shapes. So it's pretty straightforward if you have a basic knowledge of guitar chords. If you're curious on how I play my guitar chords for worship leading or really any other kind of genre of music, I have a course below linked that really breaks down what guitar chords shapes specifically are the most efficient, to where you don't have to really look at the guitar or think about the guitar, because it's literally the easiest changes that you can possibly think of. So link is down below. Well, thank you so much for watching the tutorial for You Are the Lord by Passion. And if you found this video helpful, please do subscribe and hit the like button for more upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.